Good morning. Welcome back to day 2 of the Quantum Investment Summit, powered by the Quantum Startup Foundry right here in the Discovery District at the University of Maryland. I'm Julie Lenzer, the Chief Innovation Officer for the University of Maryland and Founding Director of the Quantum Startup Foundry. So for those of you just joining us, I thought I would give a little bit of information and background on the Quantum Startup Foundry. So the QSF, as we call it, brings together the physical and virtual resources needed, the ecosystem, as we talked a lot about yesterday, to support entrepreneurs and startups in accelerating their quantum technologies' time to market. Responding to the needs that we identified when we spoke with about 40 entrepreneurs from across the globe, we designed these 5 pillars to meet those needs uniquely. So first, we have our Traction program, which connects entrepreneurs to go-to-market partners and to customers. And we do that through our partnerships and members of the EY and the MITRE Corporation, like we announced yesterday. There are more types of partnerships in the works, so watch out for those announcements coming soon. Our pre-traction program is focused on non-dilutive capital, such as SBIRs and STTRs. Our first cohort ran this past summer, and in 1 month since the program ended, one company has been accepted to the National I-Corps program, which comes with $50,000. Not a bad investment from them at this early stage. And another company who's here just put in their first application for an STTR. So we're really thrilled about that. We'll be running another pre-traction cohort starting in November, so companies who are interested can apply through our website to join the next cohort of pre-traction. So capital connections. That's why we're all here. We're doing this inaugural Quantum Investment Summit, and you can bet that based on your feedback, this is just the first, and we'll be doing this again on an annual basis. And so while our programs do not require companies to locate in College Park, and that's intentional, in order to take advantage of what we have here, we do have physical space available for those whom being a part of our ecosystem makes sense for their business. So residence companies can get access to physical labs like the Q Lab with IonQ that was recently announced, as well as existing facilities here on campus and through our partners such as the MITRE Corporation. We're also building out labs specifically for the QSF. Currently, we have on order some optics tables and lasers, so not much, but our first companies that are going to be joining us will have an opportunity to influence the types of equipment that we have in that lab. And then finally, leveraging our location right here in Washington, D.C., in proximity to federal labs, we will expand our global reach by offering a landing spot for foreign companies that are looking to set up an office here in the U.S. So all of this is bolstered by the University of Maryland's established research infrastructure, around which our next speaker will share some details. So Dr. Amitabh Varshney is UMD's Interim Vice President for Research, and he's also the Dean of the College of Computer, Mathematics, and Natural Sciences. Dr. Varshney's research focuses on exploring the applications of high-performance computing and visualization in engineering, science, and medicine, and is currently exploring applications of virtual and augmented reality in several applications, including healthcare and telemedicine. And finally, he was interim VPR when I joined UMD nearly five years ago, so it's his fault that I'm here. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Varshney.
Thank you very much, Julie. And I just wanted to say a brief note of appreciation for Julie Lenzer. All of this entire ecosystem you are seeing here today, this event, all the companies, all the investors, all the students, faculty, staff, everyone, this wouldn't have been possible without the great determination and passion of someone as wonderful as Julie Lenzer. Thank you, Julie. So thank you very much for coming to the second day of our inaugural Quantum Investment Summit. I'm delighted to be here with you today this morning. And for those of you who are not familiar with the University of Maryland, I wanted to say that our University of Maryland Research Enterprise really consists of 2 campuses, the one here at College Park, but also the one at the University of Maryland, Baltimore. And together, this $1.1 billion research enterprise is taking on some of the grandest challenges facing our society today. And that is what makes this so exciting, because what we are really doing is taking on these grand challenges that will have a significant societal impact, bringing in students, researchers, educators, and innovators together to train them for the next generation workforce. And that is why having all of you here today is so energizing to me personally, because what you are all doing is laying the foundations of a huge potential transformative impact in the society in the years and decades to come. You may already know that our university boasts one of the largest ecosystems anywhere on the planet in quantum computing. We started on this dream 40 years ago when we started looking at the very foundations of what makes quantum phenomenon work. Over these years, we have served as a magnet for talent and have now assembled over 200 researchers and scholars at the University of Maryland in partnership with our partners in the local federal agencies as well as the local industry. And funding agencies and others are beginning to take notice. Just a few weeks ago, we learned that the National Science Foundation has awarded a $25 million grant to us to lead the National Quantum Leap Challenge Institute. And this is on robust software simulation. We are the lead institute, but also with 5 other wonderful universities. In this institute, the researchers will develop theoretical foundations, but also innovative hardware and provide education and training for a suite of novel simulation devices. In addition to this, there are a number of other initiatives that we are undertaking in quantum computing. And one of these very exciting ones that Julie was referring to is our partnership with IonQ, the nation's leading quantum computing company, to create a national quantum lab. As a part of this National Quantum Lab, which will be housed right at the Discovery District, where we are right now, this will be the nation's first user facility, which will be open to the broader scientific community to democratize access to the latest generation of quantum computing hardware. On this quantum computing hardware, we will provide hands-on access to our students, faculty, collaborators, and the broader scientific community. And in this spirit, I really wanted to say that our university is all about making connections. We know to tackle grand challenges like quantum science and technology, we can't do this alone. No one can do this alone. It is these local, regional, national, and global collaborations that will be essential if humanity has to get some traction in this really important field. I hope you take advantage of all the brilliant people here today, make connections, grow your knowledge, your perspective, but also help us all advance together in this really important and vibrant field.